Hi there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. I'm a soft skills educator and stress mitigation strategist, and I share stories, strategies, and solutions to help you bounce back, stress less, and ultimately feel better. And today we're going to do kind of a fun video. I'm going to take you on a tour in a history of all of my little writing totes and writing baskets, and I'm going to share with you some tricks, some techniques, some strategies for why I use them, how I use them, and show you and give you a little tour of the one I'm using right now. And this, you're looking at it right now. This has been a journey. For many, many weeks, I had been scouring local thrift stores looking for the perfect little bag. I wanted something that was going to be sturdy, could stand up on its own, and was going to be the Goldilocks fit. Big enough to carry and hold everything I needed, but not too cumbersome or heavy. And I invested quite a bit of money, at least for me. I spent $35 on this, and for me that's a lot. But I decided I was tired of spending money bringing bags home from the thrift store and using them for a week or so, and it just wasn't working. So I found this on Amazon, and I believe I paid about $35 for it, but I absolutely love it, and it has fit the bill perfectly for me. So let me give you a little tour. This is actually a garden tote, and I don't necessarily use the pockets on the front here, but they are available to me. And they're the exact same on the front and the back. There's a larger pocket in the front and then two smaller pockets on the side. There's mesh along the bottom, and a little bit of elastic cording here. That because this is a garden tote, I'm assuming this cording is here to hold your garden utensils so they don't fall out. But there is a little gusset to these pockets, so they do pop out. But like I said, I didn't buy it for those outside pockets. I bought it for the size. It is roughly 13 inches long by about 8 inches tall by about 4 inches wait a minute here. Yeah, by about 5 inches deep right here. And I just realized there are pockets on the side here. Nice. But what drew me to this bag is I love the style. I think it's cute. It's not going to show a lot of dirt. I have cats and this bag is going to move with me. But I was looking for something durable, and this is a really heavy denim / canvas fabric, and it's even waterproof inside, which I don't need the waterproof coating, but what it does is adds more structure to the bag itself, which I love. And full disclosure, the bag did not come with these handles. Originally, it's just like this. It's a thick, sturdy, strong cotton strap, I guess you'd call it. But I found that it was hard on my hands. It was difficult for me to hold. So because the bag was so wonderful, I did invest in these. I found these on Amazon, and they were, I think, $8 for a pair. And to be honest with you, these are really handy little doohickeys. If you've got a purse that the strap is looking pretty old and worn and loved, or you have a bag that's perfect in every way except for the handles, such as this one. These come in different colors. This is pleather. It's fake leather, which is probably why it was so cheap. But what I love about it is it literally just wraps around the strap and then snaps in place. And they have many with 2 snaps that were a little cheaper, but I thought, you know what, this is going to take a beating as being part of the handle, so I opted for the 3 snap version, and I'm so glad I did, because I could totally see where this would pucker up if there wasn't that 3rd snap in the middle. And I was just so tickled when I got it delivered, because the snaps match the little brad detail here on the handles themselves. Oh, so cute. Anyway, it makes me so happy. And let me show you what I have inside, because this is everything I carry in my writing tote, my journaling tote. I keep a manuscript folder that I made. That might be another video. I keep my journey journal. That will definitely be another video. I keep my notebook of all my YouTube ideas. And these are regular size notebooks, wide ruled, so they're slightly less tall and slightly less deep, or less deep than a college ruled notebook, but these are standard size. And then I also have my agenda. And then I keep my writing caddy, which will be another video. But inside, this was something else that I loved about this little tote. It's completely lined with a nylon fabric. And as you can see, this stands up on its own. It doesn't fall over. It's got a really nice, sturdy, again, heavy cotton denim canvas bottom. And I love that there's no exposed seams. It is just beautifully finished. If you wanted to, you could even take a cutting mat and cut it down to size to give it even a little more structure, to put that down on the bottom. But again, it stands up on its own. It doesn't really need it. So it absolutely has fit the bill for me. However, this has been a journey. So I've gone through a lot of different totes and baskets. So I want to take you on a quick tour of that journey now, so maybe you can come up with some ideas. Because maybe you don't want to invest in a garden tote. Maybe you don't want to spend that kind of money. There's lots of different options. So let's start with the cheapest. When I was a little girl, my mom loved books. She carried a little basket of books wherever she went. It went with her to different rooms of the house, went with her into the bathroom when she took baths so she could read, went in the car with her when she was having to wait for appointments. And so that just brought her a lot of comfort. So I have memories of that. And so one of the first things I did as an adult was create a little writing basket. And this is a Sterilite. I think it's a medium sized. It's probably 13 inches long by about 10 to 11 inches wide or deep, and it's probably about 6 inches tall. And what I like about this is it's readily accessible. You can find them at thrift stores. You can find them at any discount store, and they're going to be probably $10 or less. I like it because it's sturdy. I like it because you can wipe it clean. It's obviously waterproof. It's easy to carry. And I decorated it in a number of ways. Sometimes I put washi tape along the sides. That was fun to do. Sometimes I wove pretty ribbon in and out of these little squares. And something else I used to do is, I wish I had a cup to show you. We'll just use my mug here. I would take a lightweight plastic cup, put it in the corner. Imagine this handle is in here. And then I would use zip ties through the corner, let's see, the little squares on the side in the corner here. I would literally zip tie the little cup in place so that my pens and pencils or whatever I needed was easy to grab and was always there, and it wouldn't slide around the basket or spill. I didn't have to worry about that. So I really loved using the basket. I just found that it wasn't as convenient for me. I wanted something I could carry around the house or wherever I was going with one hand instead of two. So that was the only real downside to using the basket. That said, I did love the fact that it was always open and I could just grab what I needed. I like to work on my bed a lot in the evenings, and so this was ideal for that. But again, I just wanted something I could grab with one hand. So I moved out of this, and then I invested a little bit in a, drum roll please, let me pull this up. This is probably the largest out of all of them. This is take up quite a bit of space. I invested in a legitimate Craftsman tool tote. Here is the the tag. I saved this to share. And it is the Craftsman 512700 tool tote, 12 inches. Now, these used to be sold and available at Sears stores everywhere because they carried Craftsman's tools. However, I have not been able to find this at any Sears near me or even online. Kmart used to sell these as well. I got this one a while back from Ace Hardware. I don't know if that's like a regionally specific hardware store, but I have found some similar to this, different brands, on Amazon, and they range from probably $35 to $40. So because it is a tool tote, it is a ugly black. Oh, and also what I did to this actually, similar fabric to my little tote that I'm using now, but I didn't like how it collected hair. So I actually, cat hair, I mean, I actually glued little silicone, well, they're not silicone, what are they? Teflon, little Teflon feet to all four corners of this. And so that helps it slide, and just keeps the tote off the ground wherever I have it, a little higher off the carpet where all my kitties are. So anyway, I didn't care for the black, so what I did do is I used a bit of fabric glue, and I went to the craft store and I found this pretty, is it embroidered? I don't know, it's just trim, it's not lace, little floral trim, and I just wove that across all these pockets. So what I loved about this is it fit the bill of a one-handed. I could just carry my little writing tote with one hand. I love that it's a foam handle, so it's very easy on my hands. And I did love the fact that just like the basket I showed previously, I could just reach in and grab what I needed or wanted. And I loved the exterior pockets. There's four pockets on the front that are all the exact same size, and I would carry my little scissors or my markers or my Sharpies or my pens. And inside here, I didn't use these, but there are, oh, that's hard to see on camera. There are elastic loops inside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 elastic loops. Never used those. And there's also 7 more on the inside here. And then I did enjoy having the mesh pocket on one side, and then 2 mesh pockets on the other side. There's 2 Velcro straps on the back. I believe that that's used to hold levels when it's being used as a tool tote. And then there's also a tape measure holder right here that just slips onto here. I actually use this to just hook charms and things, but you could use it for whatever you want. So I loved this. I used it for a while. That's why I still have it, even though I'm not currently using it. So it was an investment. I think when I bought it, it was like $20. Now it's gone up in price because they're not quite as readily available. But I didn't like it because it seemed a lot bulkier than my tote that I'm using now. This just seemed, I mean, I felt more comfortable taking this to a little cafe if I wanted to, or to a park, whereas this felt much more so useful for around the house, like the basket would. So it was just about something that was more portable, I guess you'd say. But if you're looking for something around the house, this is great. And it's certainly sturdy and will take a beating. The in-between the basket and the tote is this. And it's not coming on camera as the correct color. This is actually a sea glass, my favorite color, aqua. And this is a Storex, Storex, and I believe you can still get these on Amazon. I found it at the thrift store. I spent $2.99 before I used my coupon on it. I had a coupon for 20% off, so it was less than $3. But let me tell you what I did like about this. Again, this fit the bill of one-handed. It was very easy for me to pick up and carry around the house. I loved that it was deep. This is roughly 12 inches long by about 10 inches wide. By about 5 inches tall. But what I loved about this is, again, it's waterproof. 2, I could decorate it with washi tape if I wanted to. There was 2 main compartments, so I could stand things up inside of it. I did not use a cup in here because the cup for my pens and pencils would fall. I used a little pencil pouch instead. But the thing that really was great about this when I did use it for this purpose was the fact that the handle, and you don't see this on all plastic totes like this, the handle is very ergonomic. It is insanely comfortable. I would even go as far as to say that this plastic handle is far more comfortable, at least for me, than this foam rubber handle is. And this plastic caddy is a whole heck of a lot lighter than this garden tote. I mean, or excuse me, than this tool tote. This empty probably weighs, I'd guess, 2 pounds. This empty has got to weigh less than 1/4 pound. And when you pile this high, when you pack and stack it full of supplies, paper, pens, markers, Post-its, you're adding that much more weight to it. So you don't want your writing tote or your journaling tote or even your reading tote if you're using it for books. You don't want it to be heavy on its own. So that's what made this absolutely ideal for a purpose. And I will not get rid of this because you know what? Who knows? I might end up going back to this. But I wanted to take you on this journey today just because it has been so much fun for me to have all my favorite stuff in one place. And you can get creative with this. Think about what you want to carry and let that guide you to the size that you need and the specifics that you need to look for in your writing tote or your writing bag or your journaling bag. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. In the next video, I'm going to give you a tour of what's in my writing caddy. So stay tuned for that. Until the next video, have a great day. Bye-bye.